I think the synergy for me with this project was I wanted to do the Volvo Ocean Race, and the opportunity came along with the sustainability partnership of the Volvo Ocean Race, having a boat branded under the United Nations Clean Seas Turn the Tide on Plastic. And I'd been a strong advocate for the incentivised rule change for enabling diversity and women the opportunity. So they asked me to deliver on that and go fully 50-50. And then the other requirement, the synergy between our ocean health and the fact that we need to act now to make change, is because it's our fault that it's in this mess, and it's the future generations that are inheriting the mess. So to have a young team, so 60% of my team on the boat at any time are under 30, doing this for the first time. And they're very aware of the issue and they want to make change because they know it's for their children. So it's a really nice synergy, and it's been a really big challenge to take on. I've got 10 nationalities involved, but it's also helped amplify the message to a bigger audience. It's a global nature of a race, but also with my crew and all the mixed nationalities, it's much easier communication, and they genuinely are passionate about it. So it was a very easy communication for them to deliver as well.
Wow. And what is your the biggest takeaway from seeing all this ocean area now?
I think I was aware of the macroplastics, what you can see: balloons, polystyrene, plastic food packaging, crates, fishing nets. And you do see that, and this is my 6th time around the world, and I've seen it more and more. I didn't know whether I was just more sensitive being part of this project, but having my crew comment on it as well made me realise that it is there. But having the microplastic, the science project on board, and the analysis and the data coming back from the microplastics makes you realise the impact we're having. Even in Point Nemo, the most remote place in the Southern Ocean, we've got microplastics present. So it's only coming from us and our behaviour and our lifestyles. It's coming from the macroplastics breaking down, and they're coming on ocean currents. So the reality is it is our problem, and we all need to action change to make a difference.
Wow, great. But do you have this big, one of Martin's microplastic trawls after the boat?
No. We do it in a bit more of a scientific way, because obviously we're still racing. Yeah. So we do carry a machine, but we're corrected for weight on that. But we use it as we take water for the water maker to make our fresh water. That water is also filtered through the machine. So the microplastics are captured, and that's how we change our filters each day. They then go to the lab at the end of a leg for analysis, and that's how our microplastics are counted. So it's the subsurface level. It's probably about 1.5 meters down, where the water intake's coming for the water maker, and it's part of our daily routine. So every day when we're making water, we're sampling for about an hour everywhere around the world.
And where do you have seen sort of the worst and the best?
Well, we kind of thought that the Southern Ocean, being as hostile and remote as it is with no traffic, would be the cleanest, and you don't see macroplastics down there.
No.
But the reality is there are microplastics, we know that now. So that was a bit of a disappointment. And then I think the hardest thing for us to see was in the Pacific. When we were coming from Hong Kong to Auckland, we're going through tropical paradise, beautiful desert islands on one side, followed by a tide line with a whole line of rubbish. And most of it was plastic food packaging. And that was just sat in a tide line. So one side of us was paradise, the other side was the harsh reality of what we're doing to the environment.